Yep.
All right. Hey, you guys, welcome back to Jersey Mom's Kitchen. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of a modified version of what I had planned. We're going to do some cinnamon steak and peppers and onions to do some sandwiches. Kind of wasn't my plan. I had something else planned, but I'll explain why we swapped gears a little bit in a few minutes. So right now, all I have is a little bit of butter melting in my pan. And to that, I'm going to add just a little bit. Yeah, better. I think we fixed the lighting problem from the last video, you guys. I'm hoping it's much better for you. That's Nick behind the camera, and my husband just said it was better. Okay, anyway, melted butter, just a little bit, maybe 2 tablespoons. And I'm just going to put a little avocado oil in here as well. Just a little. I don't want it too soupy because the steak that I have for this recipe is in here. It's just marinating in a little bit of soy sauce. That's all I've got in there. We wanted London broils. My husband went to get them. They were on sale and they were shitty looking. So he picked up these cute little roasts and he's like, hey, will these work? And I'm like, yeah, they absolutely will. Well, we got caught in kind of a bait and switch because once I opened the packages, the bottoms were like total fat and had to be trimmed. So we're switching gears a little bit. There's not enough to do what I wanted to do. So we're gonna do sandwiches with the same recipe. So in here, I have just a little bit of chopped up ginger that I'm gonna add and let that just do its thing in the oil and the butter. Get it all nice and happy and wonderful in there and let it just cook.
I can smell it.
You can smell it?
I can smell it.
I know. There's a lot of really bold flavors in this recipe, but they work really well together. I have one more left. Okay, so while that's doing its thing, we're going to put the meat in and then add the other ingredients on top of it. And again, this is just, they're little baby roasts. They almost look like, Jim bought 3 of them. So this is what I got out of 3. It was almost like a dinner for 2 roast, right? I mean, they were small. And he bought 3. So normally that would have probably given us 2 of these, but I had to really trim quite a bit. They weren't shitty, crappy, sorry. But they weren't exactly what I wanted. So we're just gonna add this to our butter and oil and our little bit of ginger. You can hear it, it's pretty sizzly. While I'm doing this, I just want to let you guys know we have a really teeny tiny kitchen, which is why we're trying to do the videos here in the dining area. I actually do have a real stove, but there's no place in my kitchen to get a good camera angle. So we're going to try to do some videos this way until we can figure that out. Our ultimate goal, well, there's enough, but not what I wanted. Our ultimate goal is to have an outdoor kitchen someday and do videos that way. So I'm going to just stick that behind me, that's good. Okay, so we're just going to kind of let this do its thing. The reason I'm doing it this way is because normally you would just toss this in a really hot pan with all of the ingredients, but I'm going to just cook the crap out of this because it's not fabulous. So after we're done with the video, I'm just going to let it simmer forever and ever, amen, and let this just fall apart. It'll be much better on a sandwich that way. Okay, so to this we are going to add just a few things. I'm not going to add fresh garlic. I'm actually going to use garlic seasoning. You can use minced garlic. You can even use garlic powder if you want. I don't recommend garlic salt. We've got soy in there already. You don't want to keep putting salt on top of salt. But this is actually a garlic seasoning. So I'm going to get semi-generous with it. What's that, about 2 tablespoons?
Let me see that one more time.
Oh, it's from Tastefully Simple. Garlic.
Okay.
I used to be a rep for Tastefully Simple. They have really good products. If anybody's interested, I can find you one. I'm no longer a rep. All right, and a little bit of pepper. Where's the pepper? Just plain black pepper. And again, it's to taste, you guys. I mean, I could tell you that was probably, if a half a teaspoon. This is all to taste. If you like pepper, add a little more. If you like garlic, add a little more. You don't, then add a little less. All right, let's just move this meat around a little bit. It's starting to cook and get kind of awesome. All right, so we've got a salt element, we've got our ginger, we've got our pepper, we've got a little bit of garlic in there. Turmeric is awesome. It's like a little bit of spicy. This is daily turmeric, and it's meant, I don't know where I got this. Mega Foods. But this is actually meant for cooking. Like, it's meant to be added to your food. You can smell it. And there's a
Smell
little
that ginger when you put it in there.
And there's like a little scoopy. So if you've got a little scoopy, I recommend one little scoopy. Not even one little scoopy. You don't want too much. Half a scoopy, which is probably, what, quarter teaspoon?
About that.
Yeah. Because the main ingredient is coming up. Ground cinnamon. I kid you not. This is awesome. It's so, Nick, tell everybody, tell the people what you asked me for.
Cinnamon steak all the time. That's good stuff.
If you guys are on Facebook, I have a Facebook blog page, and I will be posting that soon. Actually, I have a little story about how the whole cinnamon on beef story kind of unfolds. So if you're on Facebook, find Jersey Mom's Kitchen. I have all kinds of neat little things on that page. Okay. It's doing so well. I'm so excited. Okay. You can be pretty generous with the cinnamon. I don't know. Take a guess, guys. 2 tablespoons?
About that. Smells about that.
Smells like that. Yeah. You know what? Put it in until you can smell it. That's exactly kind of what you want. And then just one other thing. We've got a lot of really, really strong flavors and a lot of like spicy elements. So I just put just a tiny little bit of brown sugar. You can use regular sugar, by the way. Like, honestly, you could even use cinnamon sugar if that's what you have in the house. I'm not using all of this. This is just some brown sugar, and I'm just literally gonna sprinkle it in. I couldn't even begin to tell you. Tablespoon? That's all you need. Because you don't want it sweet and sticky. You want to be able to taste the cinnamon, but you don't want all the flavors to be like in your face. So you just cut it with a little bit of sweet. I wish you guys could smell this.
It smells really good.
It does. Now, like I said, normally it would be just in a really hot pan, toss it around, just enough for the steak to get done. I don't like overcooked steak. The guys will eat it a little more cooked than I do. But because we're dealing with some pieces of meat that are not, they're not exactly what I was hoping for, we're just gonna honestly just let this simmer until they fall apart. You guys are not gonna have to wait around for all of that, I promise. In the meantime, I have another pan going because to complement steak, peppers and onions for sure, right? Yeah. So a little oil goes in the pan. Can you see that okay, Nick, on this side?
Yeah, I don't need to get up close to show oil going in a pan.
No. Pan's hot, burner's on.
Oh, see, burner's on.
We can move that. That was my ingredient list to make sure I had everything on the table. And I already pre-cut peppers and onions. So I'm just gonna throw some of those in the pan. I've got a lot here. They're not all gonna fit. And the reason that these are pre-cut, you guys, is because it takes me forever because my knife skills suck. Like, they're non-existent. Nobody wants to see me struggle through 3 onions and 4 peppers. I'm gonna just get enough in this pan to show you guys my pepper and onion recipe, which is literally, 3 ingredients.
Oh, dog's getting it.
I know. A piece of yellow pepper hit the deck, and my dog is laying right here by the table because she can smell food. And she's like, if you guys could see this, it's hysterical. She's spitting it with her tongue. Oh my god. It is so funny. Like, is there any... Nope, she's not doing it anymore. I was like, is there any way you could get that on camera? She's hysterical.
She's lazy.
She hasn't even picked her head up. She's literally taking her tongue. Oh, no, she did. She's taking her tongue and spinning the piece around on the floor.
Because she couldn't get it while she was doing that, so she got up.
We're just gonna saute some peppers and onions. And again, like I said, my plan was to do the steak, to do the peppers and onions, and do some seasoned rice, and put the plate together that way. We're gonna save the seasoned rice recipe for another video, and we're actually just gonna do some steak wraps. Unfortunately, I have to send Jim to the store for some tortilla wraps. But I think it'll be better. I think it'll be way better. And we'll save the seasoned rice recipe for another video. Because it's a good one. So 2 peppers and onions. I only add a few things. We'll use a little bit more of the garlic. Or you can use fresh garlic if you've got time to let it just kind of, render down in the oil. Just a little. And the other thing, I think I have to open this. I think it's a new one. Some crushed red pepper.
Dollar Store brand.
Yeah, while I'm opening this, or trying to. You guys, if you've got a Dollar Tree or a good dollar store near you, check the spices. You could literally load your spice cabinet with everything you need from the flipping dollar store.
For like $20.
Right? I think, what did you spend, like $20? And you got like everything, because we were running out of everything. So just some crushed red pepper.
I think she ate it.
She ate the
She ate the pepper.
yellow pepper.
Should be fine.
Okay.
Peppers
Couple
are
of
very
things. We're
dogs.
keeping this simple because we don't want it to take away from the flavor of the meat that we're cooking. We want it to complement it. So your peppers and onions don't need a whole lot. We'll have some recipes because Jersey moms do peppers and onions a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. I shouldn't be using this fork in this pan. I know.
Don't really want metal on a non-stick pan.
Nope. Caught myself. Okay, and we want these sauteed. We don't really want them fried crispy.
Just caramelized a little bit.
Just a little bit. You want to you just don't want them gushy and mushy and like soupy. So that's it. We're going to let these cook. We're going to let this literally completely cook and fall apart. There's enough moisture in here from the steak cooking and the fat starting to render off a little bit, and the soy sauce. And it wasn't much, maybe a half a cup of soy sauce I had it sitting in. And I just poured that right in from the marinade. So we're just gonna pop our lids on. Oh, another thing, guys, the reason why I'm sitting and cooking is twofold. Like I said, first of all, to stand at my counter, I'm facing my cabinets and there's no place for Nick to be. I'm gonna show you this one more time after I say this. But the reason I'm sitting is because sometimes I get some, not that you care, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not lazy. I have some mobility issues, I've got some arthritis going on, so it's much easier for me to function this way than to try to stand for a long period of time. So I just don't want you guys to think, oh man, she's lazy. She's like friggin' sits down and does it. Yeah, I do, but I'm not lazy. So that's it. I'm gonna finish cooking my peppers and onions. I'm gonna tell you, these are on their way to being done. Well, you want me to wrap it up? Okay. And finish cooking our cinnamon steak. And if you decide to try this recipe, you can, Nick's like saying wrap it up and that's fine. You can use pork with the same ingredients, and you can also use ground beef if you want. And put that over rice or put that over pasta or something. That would be amazing.
Cinnamon
We've done
steak
that.
Tacos.
Huh?
Do it with tacos.
Yeah, or tacos. A little cinnamon, I'm telling you, totally elevates your beef dishes. Not all of them, but this one for sure. So let us know if you try anything, if you take any of my tips or tricks from the kitchen. And please, 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 I'm asking so nicely, this is a brand new channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Because we want to do lots and lots of videos, and I have lots and lots of stuff to say. So please subscribe so you guys can come back and hang out with us. Till then, be blessed.